What's up, everybody? The Great One Jaguar has officially been revealed, and it's time to cover what it looks like. It is going to be a pretty interesting Great One, and I am very excited to see how this hunt is going to be. Now, as we're making this video, I am right in the middle of recording early access content, as you guys know if you pay attention to my community tab, and very soon you guys will be able to see that content, but in the meantime, we've got this video here showing off the new Great One Jaguar. Thank you so much to the developers for giving me a chance to record this video early so that I could release it the second they make the reveal. Really do appreciate it, and it makes it so that I can provide you guys with the quickest content possible. And I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get into it. Now, as you can see on screen, we've got all of the different variations, and there's quite a few of them. We've got the fabled Umbra Fade, which that one's kind of like a interesting like gray to white fade. Obviously, this is the concept art. We are going to look at the actual in-game screenshots right after. But first, let's talk about what they're called and stuff like that. So the next one is the Fabled Ivory Bark, which looks really scarred up. This thing looks like it's been through an absolute war. Then you've got the Fabled Rosewash, which, as its name would suggest, it's got a very rosy type of color to it. Then we've got the Fabled Tapestry, which, as its name would also kind of entail, it does look like somebody started painting on it, which I think is kind of the whole theme with that one. We got the Fabled Vellum, whatever it's called. It's pretty. It looks quite good. Then we've got the Fabled Porcelain, which does have kind of a cool white to gray look. It's more of like a abrupt change, though. It's not really a fade like the Umbra Fade is. And then we've got the Fabled Gilt Dusk. All of these look relatively decent, but again, we're going to look at the in-game screenshots to give you guys a better idea of what they look like, and we'll kind of go over more of like which ones I do like the most. Because obviously this right here is just the concept art, and they're going to obviously look different in the game. So let's take a look at them. We're going to start with the Fabled Gilt Dusk. Now, this guy, as you can see, is quite dark. It's got that kind of gold looking spots on it, which is really cool. This one is decent. Like, this is a very solid fur type. Now, one thing I do want to mention is we don't know if these screenshots have it on the exact Great One model, because in the past when they've shown off some of these Great One furs, they've done it on the like normal model for that species and not really shown off the true look of them. So I mean, until we actually see them in game, who knows if the actual body of the Jaguar is going to be more like thick and muscular like we saw from that one in the trailer. And the more that we see these, the more I think that the one from the trailer may be a mission animal actually, which would be quite cool if there was a mission animal. Either way, we've got ourselves some really awesome looking Jaguars, and this guy's just the start of it. He looks pretty sweet, but there's definitely some others that I may enjoy more. Next up, we have the Fabled Ivory Bark, which this one might be one of my least favorites. I don't know what it is about this particular look, but it just doesn't speak to me on first look. Now, it does have the cool scars on it, which is a nice touch, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the way the pattern is on the body. Now, for some of you, this might be your favorite. Keep in mind, it's just my opinion. Everybody's opinion is going to be different, but I'm not a huge fan of this fur personally. Next up, we've got ourselves the Fabled Porcelain, which, as I was kind of talking about earlier, definitely looks better on the in-game screenshot than it does on the concept art. 100% this looks better than the concept art. This one's pretty good. Like, I kind of like this one. But we've still got quite a few more to look through, so let's get to the next one. This right here is the Fabled Rosewash. Now, this one looks very similar to a normal Jaguar, but I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. There are a lot of people that don't like the more mythical, whimsical, unrealistic looking Great Ones. So for those of you that like the more realistic looking stuff, this might be more up your alley. To me, not as big a fan of this as I was the Gilt Dusk and the Porcelain. Now let's move to the next one. This one is crazy. I love this one. I love the Fabled Tapestry. It's so interesting. Let's pop back up the the Ivory Bark real quick and take a look, because I said I didn't like the way the pattern was on this Ivory Bark. But then you've got this guy, the Tapestry, that has a crazy pattern as well, and I actually really like this one. It must just be the positioning of the different patterns and also the fact that it's kind of like a tricolor. It kind of reminds me of like the fabled painted fallow deer, which is one of my favorite fallow deer furs. So this guy right here, I really, really like. And if you look really, really closely, you'll notice that it has 2 different colored eyes, which is so freaking cool, man. Like, that is awesome. And pretty much all of these different great ones do have a different colored eye, which is really, really cool. Or not a different colored eye, but their eyes are different colors than the other furs. Every single one has a unique eye color, which is quite cool. Now we get on to the next one. This is the fabled Umbra Fade. And I do like this one quite a bit as well. This one has like kind of a more natural fade to the pattern as well. And I do like this. This is a solid one. Let me know in the comments which one you're liking so far, because there's a lot of them that look quite good. But let's move on to the next one. And this is the final one. The fabled Velume. Velume? However you want to say it. This one looks pretty solid as well. So overall, there's only really 2 that I don't like, and then 1 that's just kind of and then the other 4 I'm a pretty big fan of. There's a lot of good looking variations for the Great One Jaguar. Do I wish they would have done a little bit more with it? Yeah, maybe. But again, we don't know if this is the actual correct model, because in the past they've shown off all the furs and not had the proper models. Like when they showed off the roe deer, I'm pretty sure they showed them without antlers. So like, you never know. When we actually get to see them in game, maybe their bodies will be more muscular. Maybe they'll be more like scarred up, have bigger teeth, like stuff like that. But from what we see here, the actual furs are pretty solid. Kind of hoping the models are a little bit larger. I think if I just had to rank them off of first look, and this is, you know, obviously not accounting for how things will change as I see them more after release. Obviously, my opinion's probably going to be different a month from now. But off of the first look like this, I'd say my favorite has to be the Fabled Tapestry. I think the Fabled Tapestry is probably my favorite. And then maybe the Fabled Gilt Dusk, probably the Fabled Velume, and then the Fabled Umbra Fade, then the Fabled Porcelain, then the Fabled Rosewash, and then the Fabled Ivory Bark. That's probably how I would rank them as of now. But again, that's probably going to change at least 2 or 3 times in the next month or 2, knowing me. But leave a comment down below. Let me know which one you like the most. Are you a big fan of the Fabled Tapestry like I am, or do you lean more towards the Ivory Bark side, or somewhere in between? Which ones are your favorite? Let me know. And let me know if you're happy with the Great One Jaguar, or if you're disappointed, or somewhere in between. Let me know how you're feeling. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, as well as leaving a comment down below and hitting that like button before you go. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace!